Empty underscore string in some underscore string, always true? Possible duplicate, why empty string is on every string? I wonder why Python returns true whenever I check if the empty string is in a string, and why its index is 0. For instance, in equals in gt, true, dot index, equals in gt, 0, in not empty, equals in gt, true, not empty dot index, equals in gt, 0. I noticed it when I was writing a rot13 function, and testing it I found that when I call it on an empty string, it returns an, and is index 13 in the alphabet.
A string S is a substring of the string T if and only if there exists an index I such that Ti column I plus lens equals S. When S is the empty string you have Ti column I equals S, so all the results are correct. Also note that T.index returns 0 because index returns the first index in which the substring appears, and T0 column 0 equals, so that's definitely the correct result. In summary, the empty string is a substring of every string, and all those results are a direct consequence of this. Also note that this is peculiar to strings, because strings are sequences of characters, which are themselves strings of length 1. For other kind of sequences such as lists or tuples, you do not get the same results. That's because list and tuple only check for members, and not for sub-lists or sub-tuples, because their elements can be of arbitrary type. Imagine the case 1, 2, 1, 2, dot index, 1, 2. Should index check for subtuples, and thus return 1, for members and thus return 0, or do some ugly mixture, for example first check for subtuples and then for members? In Python it was decided to search for members only, since it is simpler and it's usually what you want. Checking for subtuples only would give really odd results in the general case, and doing mixtures would often yield unpredictable results.
Another way to look at it is that x and y should return true if it's possible to find two strings, s1 and s2, such that the following holds. When x is the empty string, it will always give true. This is because you can choose s1 equals and s2 equals y. Of course the actual implementation of in doesn't work in this way, but the result is the same. It just gets that result in a more efficient manner.
Well, the answer is simple really. You are searching for which really is not a character at all. And the first time there is no character in a string is right at the beginning, at 0. It gets confusing because you would think that 0 is the index of the first character. This is true, but you must also think that in this case the segments between characters are also something tangible, and so of course nothing is in something. It's also in nothing. And if you were to check subsets of a string, you would find it anywhere you chose, in the first location possible.
If you want to say more, please consider subscribing.